Hi folks, Mike Schramke with Larry Stove Sand Equipment, America's largest selling Kioti dealer. This is part 2 of my K9 cab walk-around demonstration. One of the questions that somebody left is it noisy inside the cab? And that'll be part of what we take a look at, and take it for a little drive and kind of show you what it's all about. So let's take a look. Pardon the moving around, but I'm doing this by myself. When it comes to noise, if you take a look, for one thing, the thickness of the doors, the fact that it has an insulated headliner, the thickness of the seat. Now the engine is under the seat, and on the regular K9, when you lift the seat pad out of the way, literally the engine is right here. What they did for noise absorption is they covered it entirely, and you could see the type of insulation. It's still not hard to get to. In fact, just regular Phillips screws, in case you ever had to replace a fan belt or something like that. But the general maintenance, I'm going to cut away and come back and show you something on the general maintenance. Okay, for just general maintenance, this panel right here, 2 thumb screws, and pull the panel up an inch and it lifts out. And what you'll find now is the main fuse box, the other fuse box, and back there, hopefully you could see it, the oil filter. The radiator is actually over here, and the regular one, it's in the front of the machine here with, putting the air conditioning, climate control up front. They moved the radiator to here. I like that better anyway. You don't get all the stuff mashing against it when you're driving. So not bad. In fact, the rest of the power plant can be seen and accessed simply by dumping the bed, and it's all right here. Here's the air cleaner, but it's all simple enough and easy to get to. You could spray the radiator from the outside, or from the inside out, just with the dump bed open. Here's something I always like to point out. This bar right here, you can see what it does. You have to pull it out of the way with your finger to be able to dump the bed. It's to lock the bed in the upright position, I guess, for safety. It also unpins. I have a Mecron that has a similar design, and I don't like that, so I actually removed it. I'm not suggesting you do that ever, but that's what I did. The battery is right there, and that's accessed through this panel. Stereo antenna is right there. And okay, so let me reposition the camera, and we'll start it up, see what kind of noise it makes. And it's cold. The engine's not warmed up, so let's just see what it'll do. GoPros are amazing. You control it right off your phone, so starting and stopping it and making sure that you have a good position is right there. I'm just starting to use a GoPro, and I like it. So anyway, let's start it up. It is cold. It's not been started, and heat up the glow plug for a second. Starting it requires a foot on the brake and the handbrake being on, and of course in neutral. All right. Now I specifically left the front glass open and the door open to give it a second, and I'm going to close them, and I think you'll see a big difference in noise. Not bad. All right, what do we got here? The heat is on. No, the air conditioner's on. How about just the heat? There we go. Okay. Here's something they improved. The last generation of K9, the shift was kind of tough to get into position, and they redesigned the linkage. It's actually quite nice now. Right now it's in neutral. One up is high, up and over is low, and over and down is reverse. So it's in high. The two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive activator is right there. You just pull this up and move it if you need four-wheel drive. Same goes for the locking rear axle. Very nicely laid out instrumentation and tilt wheel, as you can see. And the tilt wheel is substantial. I mean, my goodness. Right now, this has 1.8 miles on it. Slipping into gear. The over cab lighting is on. Oh, wiper works. And so, I know why it's loud. I've still got this access panel I showed you a minute ago. Put the screws back in. I knew it was quieter than that. That gives you a good idea of how much insulation Kioti designed into the vehicle. All right. It has two USB charging ports. It has a 12-volt plug-in. This one the shop hasn't grabbed yet, so the stereo's not installed. Has a very large rear view mirror. Okay, so we're in high range. Here's another thing they improved. There used to be a bit of lag when you started putting the throttle down. It would take a while to go, and it was, I don't know, it wasn't as fluid as this one is. This is quite nice. All right. I think we could just run across the street and go that way. Acceleration's excellent. Has a blinker, brake lights. This is Dimple Road, D-I-M-P-L-E, only in Tennessee. That's 25 miles an hour, which is the speed limit here. But let's break the law. That's 30. That's about 33 miles an hour. Kioti claims a top speed of 31, so it'll go just slightly faster than that. There's a car coming, so everybody has to. It's a one-lane road. All right. Now, enough of me. You want to take a look at the area I'm at. Kind of nice. Farm country. Up here in Robertson County, where the Pleasant View store is tobacco country. Dark-fired burley tobacco. And they grow a lot of it. I'm going to turn around in this person's driveway. I love this area. It's an old antique barn way up on the hill there. The heater is nice. All right. It's not made for high speed. It's not a Polaris. It is not in any way made to be a fun sport machine. It's a worker. It's got an incredible amount of diesel torque. the 2-range transmission. In fact, there's nobody behind me. Let me put it in low range, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. That's 3,500 RPMs, top speed of 13 miles an hour. It is made to just be all torque, all horsepower. Put it back in high range. Wait for this car to go by. All right. Everybody waves. And, you know, I'm speaking just in a normal voice. I haven't taken this shot like 3 or 4 times trying to get the sound right. This is how it would be if you were riding with a passenger and conversing. So if you can hear me, you'd be able to have a conversation as well when you're, you know, driving it yourself. All right, here we go. Good shot of the store right there. Rides and drives very nice. Is it fast? Is it, you know, for jumping sand dunes? No. Is it for putting feet out, running fence rows, pulling trailers, pulling dead weight across a deceased cow across the pasture? Yeah, that's what it'll do. And it'll do it in climate-controlled comfort. I don't know. At least in my opinion, this is a heck of a machine. I like it. And people are asking how much are they? Depending on the incentives they got at any given time, like right now they've got some low-rate financing available and blah, blah, blah. These are about 26 grand. But as I said, most everything is standard. The main thing being air conditioning, heat, the wiper, tilt wheel, this kind of stuff is all standard. And then there's just a couple of options, a stereo, which this one's going to have, and side mirrors, which again, when the shop gets it, they'll put those in. But it's the complete package. It's a one and done. If you're wondering if you bought the right machine, is it strong enough, is it tough enough, will it, you know, be able to take the abuse that somebody with farms and pastures would give it? The answer is yes. These are bulletproof. The K9 Cab. Thanks for watching. Hey, subscribe if you get a chance. I'd really appreciate it. My name's Mike Schramke with Larry Stove Sand Equipment, America's largest selling Kioti dealer. 2 locations near Nashville. You can give us a call at 615-956-0334, 615-956-0334, or email us. We'll send you a brochure or give you a quote or whatever. sales@lsetractor.com. sales@lsetractor.com. Thank you. Pretty nice. So the controls, the layout, the dash, really nice. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, rear axle lock. As I told you before on the first video, the front axle is limited slip, so all 4 wheels will gain traction. The wiper control, the overhead overcab lamps, high intensity, very bright. Heating, climate control. It also has a recirculate mode, and that is really nice, not just for maximum air conditioning. It's really nice if you're in dusty situations. You could shut off the incoming outside air and you know, keep the inside bin and your lungs a little bit cleaner. Charging ports for USBs, charging port for regular 12 volt, a glove box. It has a pull-out spring-loaded cup holder, tilt wheel with a whole bunch Let me hold this. My goodness, I'm going to hold it in my teeth. Hold on. Look at that. That's some travel available with the tilt wheel. The dashboard is a combination. I'm going to start it back up for a second. The dashboard is a combination of LCD and analog. LCD has advantages, analog has advantages, and then of course a plethora of idiot lights. So, neutral, foot on the brake, starts up. Has different modes. That's kilometers, you know, kilometers, hours, the date if you felt like doing it, and, you know, that's kind of cool. Analog tachometer, analog speedometer, lights, the parking brake. Love the availability to open the whole thing up. Very large mirror, stereo, of course, goes here, dome lamp, and I can't stress enough the insulated headliner. It's still running, so you're getting to witness, you know, the amount of sound it makes. Even in the daylight, those high beams are amazing. Fuel fill. Enormous amount of suspension travel. Very comfortable. Four-wheel disc brakes. Everything was thought through. This is, in my opinion, and of course I'm biased, I'd be hard-pressed to find a nicer one. I know I couldn't find a tougher one. This is the K9 Cab. My name's Mike Schramke with Larry Stove Sand Equipment, America's largest selling Kioti dealer. I have 2 locations in the Nashville area, and if you want more information, if you want a quote, you want us to send you a brochure, you know, just email us, sales@lsetractor.com, sales@lsetractor.com, or call us, 615-956-0334, 615-956-0334. I appreciate, I know this is probably giving you a headache, all the movement of the camera and everything. Oh my goodness, thank you though. Hey, subscribe, I would really be tickled if you did. Thanks for watching the video. Kioti K9 Cab. Thank you.